Hi, this is Paul. I want to make this video because I saw a video, on Young Turk's channel. I'll leave a link to the video in the description box below so you can check it out yourself. But basically, it's about Susan Sarandon, who's a big Bernie Sanders, supporter, obviously. And I think that somebody asked, yeah, it was on MSNBC. The guy asked her, well, what if Hillary's the nominee? Would you, vote for her? And she said, no, she said she seriously considered voting for Trump because her logic, and I've heard this before, is that if Trump gets elected, somehow that's going to spark a progressive revolution, which I think is, first of all, I understand her sentiment, but the logic of it, the logic, it just escapes me, okay, with this because I would, I'm sorry, Donald Trump is the worst, and you rather him get elected because you think that would spur more progressive stuff happening. That's a very big if, okay, and I'm not willing to risk this country on having President Trump, okay. Like I said, in the perfect world, I think I would like Bernie Sanders to be the nominee because I think he is more authentic and not bought like Hillary is, and I think Hillary has a lot of corporate backers and she's a career politician. She's in it, and Bernie is a career politician as well. But I think he's more authentic, and I would love for him to be the nominee. And there's still time, so there's still a possibility he might. But I'm kind of thinking that he's not going to be the nominee. Unfortunately, I think Hillary is going to be the nominee, and I'll vote for her. There's no way in the world, under any circumstances, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. Okay, I'm sorry. Donald Trump is a nightmare walking. Okay, he's a nightmare walking. He's an idiot walking. Okay, and the very fact that he's this close to being the Republican nominee for president is just really, really heartbreaking in a way, and just absolutely ridiculous in another way. Okay, and I heard again, I think Jimmy Dore, the comedian that's also on Young Turk's channel, I think they asked him that question too, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And he said, well, he said he wasn't going to vote because he's in California, he lives in California, and by the obviously the state in California is a liberal state and it's going to vote, whoever the Democratic nominee is going to win that state. That's just a given. But he said he wouldn't vote for Trump, but he'd vote for somebody, a third party, another one of these fringe candidates, just as a protest. Okay, come on. Okay, just I can understand that a little bit better, but there's no way in the world. And I don't think Susan Sarandon was totally serious. At least I hope she wasn't. I mean, if you don't like Hillary, okay, you don't want to vote, okay, but no way in the world should you ever vote for Trump, thinking that that's going to spur a progressive revolution. Okay, that's a very big if, and that very thing, the amount of damage that Donald Trump could do to this country is just, it's not worth risking that to try to get this progressive revolution that you want to happen. It's not worth it. Trust me, it's not worth it. Okay, and I really thought, I know Hillary was going to run again this time, but I was hoping maybe a young Hispanic guy from the Democratic side, I don't know who, I guess, but I thought maybe that person would run as the nominee, but I guess there was no guy out there. Maybe you got to look that up. Maybe hopefully in the future there is some young, or maybe Hillary, if she gets the nominee, or Bernie gets it, they'll pick a young Hispanic, and hopefully we can get a Hispanic president. But there's no way in the world, okay, will I ever vote for Donald Trump under any circumstances. I'm just sorry, no. Even if they gave him a brain transplant, like in the Ghost of Frankenstein, they gave him a completely different brain. No, I'm not voting for Donald Trump under any circumstances. And for Susan Sarandon to even suggest that, to me, it's just insane. Okay, and she's entitled to her opinion, and it's her vote, and she can vote anyway. But I think that was to speak, cutting off your nose to spite your face. Okay, you don't like Hillary, fine, but do not vote for Donald Trump as an alternative. Thinking that's going to spur on a progressive revolution, because that may not happen, and you may be stuck ungodly with 8 years of Donald Trump. I can't even imagine that. Okay, the amount of damage he could do, and especially with him possibly being able to pick the Supreme Court justices. That's going to be up. Probably the next president is probably going to be able to pick at least the next 2 justices. Okay, and you need, I'm sorry, you need a Democratic president to pick somebody to to balance the court. And I'm sorry, you cannot under any. I'm sorry, Donald Trump. Just because, like I said, if you're Bernie supporter, like I said, I would love for Bernie to be president or to be the nominee and become president, because I think he could give Donald Trump a run for his money. I could love to see the debate between him and Donald Trump, because I think he would hand Donald Trump his ass. Okay, Hillary Clinton, she's a little shrill, and I'm just kind of hoping that hopefully she improves if she's the nominee, because I've seen her go against Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is very good doing the ad libs and stuff, and I would absolutely hate for her to get basically her ass handed to her, or for people, and turn people off, and maybe young people won't come out and vote, which I think would be a shame. This, more than ever now, young people need to get out there and vote, okay, and get involved in the party, and change it. If you want to make it more progressive, get involved in the party, vote, and get out there. But do not, under any circumstance, vote for Donald Trump thinking that's going to spur a progressive revolution. Okay, do not, under any circumstance, do that. That would be a living nightmare. Okay, and that's how I feel about that. Anyway, let me know what you think about what Susan Sarandon talked about. Again, I'll leave a link to the Young Turks video where she talks about it in the description box, so you can check it out for yourself. But that's just a living nightmare. I can't even imagine that happening. Hopefully she was just pontificating, and hopefully she doesn't really mean that, because that would be a nightmare if more people did that. I think that would be a living nightmare. Anyway, this is Paul saying so long and take care, and if you like the video, please hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.